Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to the channel. Unlike any other channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, my channel exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe.
So let's get into today's video. In today's video, I want to put out one last video for the Great League to help people reach their goals for Season 9. If you have been playing the Great League, you will see there's an absolute ton of Azumeril. There's a ton of counter used, especially Medicham, and there is also an absolute ton of the newly found Trevadent. With this in mind, we are going for an anti-meta pick that has good play, not only good play, actually beats them all. So we're talking about Shadow Golbat. Added to these matchups that I've already mentioned, it also beats the other poison types such as Skuntank, Nidoqueen and the channel favourite Drapion, which are all super common in this meta. We also see Sableye absolutely everywhere, and there's a lot of ghosts such as Jellicent, Marowak. You got that Shadow Ball coverage, so this thing has such great play. Obviously it is super weak to Confusion and Electric, so we are pairing it in a kind of ABB team with Swampert and Drapion. We obviously are going to say switch to Drapion to draw out the tank, which Golbat obviously doesn't want to see. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the battles. I was able to get back above 3000 elo with this team, so you can see it is a team you can use to reach legend. And in game 1, we pick up a lead against Jellicent. So what I like to do in this matchup is build up energy and attempt to catch the move. It is 5 hexes for a Shadow Ball / Ice Beam and 4 for a Bubble Beam. So we count to 5 hoping to catch the Shadow Ball. We get baited, however it's no big deal as we've wasted most of the opponent's energy and they come in with a Nidoqueen. Like I always say, Aqua Tail Sludge Bomb is the way to go in the Great League, and you're about to see why. Nidoqueen didn't like that Aqua Tail whatsoever. They now are going to have to go straight Earth Power because they are not going to want to take another move. We are happy to allow this to go down, and now we are going to come back in with the GOAT, Shadow Swampert, and we're going to count to 5. And just as they're about to reach the Poison Fang, we are going to throw a Hydro Cannon. I've done this as even though Poison Fang is resisted, I don't want to get debuffed because the Jellicent's hexes that inevitably is going to come back in are going to do more damage. So once again, they do bring in Jellicent. I've got an absolute ton of energy. These Hydro Cannons, even though they are resisted, do quite a lot. So I am going to start pressuring the shields. We get the first shield. Jellicent does throw again. They have got again enough for the Shadow Ball, but once again we get baited. However, this is not an issue. We switch out into Golbat. We've got so much energy on Swampert. Even if this is a Shadow Ball, we will survive. Finally, the opponent does go for the nuke. And in the back, they've got Drapion. So like I said, Golbat absolutely dominates the other poison types. Our wing attacks hit for neutral. The poison stings do absolutely nothing. We are just going to continually debuff this thing, so our wing attacks do more damage. The second one comes through. You can see that does do a decent chunk. The opponent is now going to have to throw. They are at 7, so if they go for a crunch, that's 5. It is the crunch, so now we're going to be able to mud shot them down before they reach another move. And now you're about to see the GOAT take out a ghost type. Not only a ghost type, it's a ghost water type. These resisted Hydro Cannons are going to do a lot. The opponent calls the bait. However, obviously we are not running Earthquake. Unfortunately, we are letting hexes through, but it doesn't matter because this Hydro Cannon will grab the shield and this next one will take him out. So Swampert is a Jellicent counter confirmed. GG's to that opponent. We start the video with a 1-0 start. So moving on into game 2 of the video. Let's see if we pick up a slightly better lead in game 2. In game 2, we pick up a lead against Azumeril. This is kind of neutral. Obviously, the Sludge Wave does do huge damage, does around 75%. However, a Play Rough will also get us deep into the yellow. It does around 60%. I shield this up. We do correctly shield the Play Rough, and I instantly swap out into Drapion, banking all my energy. The opponent is staying in. It actually looks like they try and catch onto the Skarmory. However, we aren't throwing a Sludge Bomb. You're going to see this is one of the worst matchups to have Aqua Tail. However, we are really spammy, so we do apply quite a lot of shield pressure to this Skarmory. You can see it's going to take around 4 to take him out. We unfortunately let an Air Slash through. Looks like the opponent is going to try and either farm us down or build up to the back-to-back. We do manage to deny yet another air slash, however they are now getting really close to their back-to-back sky attacks. We do draw a shield, which is great. We unfortunately lose CMP. I did think Drapion would win CMP. I think we're actually a turn behind, so it's actually a delayed CMP. We now allow our Drapion to go down. We wait our switch timer. I'm hoping the opponent's isn't quite up. They make a great sack into their own Azumeril to eat this Hydro Cannon. However, we have now got so much energy, we can now shield this move up, which is the Play Rough once again. So I think they might be on Play Rough Ice Beam, and now we switch out into the Golbat. Really annoyingly, my phone brings up another app, which is super annoying. However, we do manage to hit all the bubbles on the Poison Fang, and we manage to take them out before they manage to get to another move. I imagine the opponent is going to show their last Pokemon. In the back, they've got a Drapion of their own, so this is going to be a close matchup. They fire off straight away. The crunch is going to do a lot of damage, however we will survive. I imagine they are going to try and snipe us down with Skarmory. They actually don't. We're over farming like crazy, as I know they were going to try and swap, so I didn't throw my energy, and now it is going to be a race. We are going to survive this Sky attack. However, it is going to do huge damage, so Swampert has a lot of work to do. We get to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons, so this will be enough to take out the Skarmory. I imagine they are going to shield. They actually don't, so either way, we still need to get to their back-to-back charge moves. You can see, if we was actually able to deny that Poison Sting, we would actually win this game, but the Poison Sting you saw go through will take us out. So we actually lose by one fast move. The opponent made a great swap into the Azumeril, and that won them the game. GG's to that opponent, very well played. Moving on into the next battle, we're currently 1-on-1 in the set. And in game 3, we pick up a lead against Sableye. I'm going to count to 6 and attempt to catch the foul play on Drapion. The opponent very smartly doesn't throw. However, they're now at 9, so I've got a decision to make. Are they going to go straight return? I actually shield up, expecting the return, which is great for us, and now they switch out into Azumeril. This is a very, very strange play, as I've got no idea why you'd switch out into Azumeril. You might be running double Ghost, but Azumeril definitely is not a Drapion answer. They're only at 5, this is going to be an Ice Beam. They should have definitely built up at least one more, because the Play Rough would KO. Ice Beam does not. We try and deny a bubble. Unfortunately, we're unable to do so, but this Sludge Bomb will do huge damage. You can see it does do huge damage, and I'm not baiting here. The opponent looks like they're trying to bubble us down, so I'm going for yet another Sludge Bomb. If the opponent doesn't shield, which they don't, we actually manage to win the 0-1 shield. I aggressively now switch out into Golbat, and this is because I don't want to get farmed down. Now, this is where things get interesting. You can see that it is a Bastiodon in the back. Why am I not going for Shadow Ball? Obviously, Shadow Ball does hit for neutral. Poison Fang is heavily resisted. It's actually double resisted. There's a good reason for this, because I know I'm going to have to get to 2 moves against the Sableye. So I've double debuffed this thing, so I can come in with Swampert, get to 100 energy, and 1 Hydro Cannon is going to take out the really excelled Bastiodon. So you can see I'm going to tank this move. Obviously, I am saving my shield. Stone Edge or Flamethrower, they're both resisted. You can see now I cap it at 100 energy, and this Hydro Cannon is going to be enough to take out Bastiodon. XL Bastiodon normally takes 2 Hydro Cannons to KO, however with the double debuff, we take him out with just 1. We're now at the back-to-back Hydro Cannon. The first one is going to grab the shield, and this second one is going to take him out. The opponent actually froze, however this is going to be a big fat G to the G. We survive the subsequent Shadow Claw, and this Hydro Cannon is going to be enough to take this game. You can see in the mid game a bit of an unorthodox player, probably could have went Shadow Ball. However, I did want to ensure that 1 Hydro Cannon was enough to take out Bastiodon. So GG's to that opponent. Moving on into the next battle. Let's see if we can keep the winning formula going. Once again, we see Azumeril. Like I said in the intro, Azumeril is everywhere. So you saw I like to play this matchup in the opening. I am going to shield up the potential Play Rough, and I'm going to bank my energy and make the pivot into Drapion. Unfortunately, this opponent decides they're going to bait us, so I decide that I am going to return the favour, and let's see if the opponent thinks I'm baiting. We land the Sludge Wave, which does absolutely huge damage, and now I aggressively switch out into Drapion. Once again, they're only at the Ice Beam, so I'm not going to shield this up. The opponent must be on Hydro Pump. And now they actually switch out into Sableye. Sableye once again is not a great response to Drapion. We resist the Shadow Claw and Foul Plays, and even these Aqua Tails do quite a lot of damage. Obviously this is where you would want Crunch, however the second Aqua Tail actually draws the shield. I'm unsure if the opponent thought we were baiting the first time or they just wanted to keep some health on their Sableye, but either way we are very happy with that result. So this Sableye now dumps some of its energy. I think they're at now 1 or 2 Shadow Claws, so I think they're 4 away from the next one. That Azumeril is super low and they have hardly any HP, so I'm just going to get rid of this Sableye immediately. I don't want to get hit with any additional Shadow Claw damage. In the back is a Trevadent. So I build up to just below the Hydro Cannon, and now I've got a tough decision to make. I call the bait. It is a double resisted Seed Bomb. I'm expecting them to bring the Azumeril in at some stage, so I fire off this Poison Fang. Poison Fang is going to do quite a lot of damage. The opponent actually swaps out. I've got no idea what's happened there. The opponent switches out at a really strange time and they just concede the match. So GG's to that opponent. Bit of a strange bet at the end, but you've got to take those. So moving on into the 5th and final battle of this set. We're actually showing one set and a couple of bonus battles against some really common meta lines that you are going to want to see how to beat. So in game 5, we pick up a lead against Skarmory. So Swampert Skarmory, the two brothers, I say brothers, they obviously make such a great core. Swampert can win this matchup if you manage to successfully deny the air slashes. So you can see there we deny the air slash and we go for this first Hydro Cannon. We now manage to get the Mud Shot through, so we are actually going to win the one shield. We shield up this Sky Attack. You can see I'm over farming heavily, and now when I'm 1 Mud Shot short, Mud Shot is a 2-turn move, Air Slash is a 3-turn move, so if they shield, which they do, they now are going to reach the next Sky Attack. However, we reach it first. We would win CMP anyway, however they are actually 1 turn behind. We take them out, and the opponent switches out into Trevadent. So once again, we make a pivot into Drapion. They are now dumping their energy. They're probably going to go Shadow Ball. It is resisted, but is going to do a lot of damage. You can see it does around 60%. And they now switch out into Sableye. So this is a great spot for us to be in. These Aqua Tails, like you've seen in the previous videos, do around 30-40%. It's actually a Shadow Sableye, so it does a bit more. This second one is going to get them deep into the red. The opponent looks like they're trying to commit to the Shadow Claw down, even though they've got Shadow bonus. The resisted Shadow Claws aren't doing enough. We take them out with an Aqua Tail. They've got Trevadent in the back. They obviously think they're in a great spot. However, this is why we decided to bring the bat out. We do bring the bat out. We go for this Poison Fang. I am now this time going to respect the Shadow Ball, because even if they do bait us, we are going to be able to get enough Air Slash, or Wing Attack, damage off to win this game. So this Poison Fang should draw the shield, which it does. And you can see these Wing Attacks now are absolutely shredding them, and we managed to farm down. So we go 4-1 in the set. We actually was only 1 fast move away from going a perfect 5-0. You are going to see I'm going to get a Cresselia reward. So obviously you don't want to see me throw a million balls at that. So I skip that, and you can see we go back above 3000 ELO. And we managed to showcase some really nice Golbat gameplay. We are now going to go into 2 bonus battles. In these bonus battles, you are going to see 2 common lines, and you're actually also going to see some really nice desync and some lag. If you are on Twitter, you will see that so many people are actually quitting the game. You can see the spinning wheel of death is popping up in the left-hand corner. But getting back into this, we are in a match against Defense Deoxys. So how I like to play this, I like to shield the first one, because the subsequent Psycho Boosts do a lot. Once again, we get the spinning wheel of death. You love to see it. Second Psycho Boost doesn't do too much. They switch out into Vigaroth. We get some really weird lag animation. They get 2 counters for 1 Mud Shot. We switch out into Golbat. We get another great bit of lag. I'm actually really confused here. I've got no idea where their energy's at. So I let this first Body Slam go through. I think they're at around 2 counters. They're obviously not. They're at 5, so I must have missed 3 somewhere. I've rewatched this footage about 3 times. I've got no idea how they get to another Body Slam, but it is what it is. Golbat is a really good response against counter users. They actually got an Obstagoon in the back, so this is Wallower's triple counter team. Obstagoon is going to have a really rough time of countering us down. We are still getting loads of lag. They're getting so many free fast moves. However, Golbat doesn't really care about counters, so we get to yet another Poison Fang. The opponent is going to have to dump some energy. They do shield, and it looks like the opponent actually tried to CMP tie us, but we won CMP. This Night Slash is going to take us out, and now we are going to come in with Drapion. They instantly swap out into Deoxys. Once again, they throw after 5. This is a Psycho Boost, which I believe is a misplay because it is resisted. And now these counters are doing even less. We get them into Aqua Tail range. This Aqua Tail is going to take out the Deoxys. I do try and undercharge, but it takes them out anyway. And now this Sludge Bomb is going to be enough to take out the Obstagoon. So despite having some really bad lag, which looked like it was only on our side, you can see that this team has no problems dealing with triple counter. So moving on into bonus battle 2, we are going to see the most annoying team in the world. We pick up a lead against Sableye. So how I like to play this matchup, I do count to 6 and I attempt to catch the foul play onto Sableye. We are unsuccessful. However, like you saw previously in the video, if they throw at 9, I do like to shield up the return. The fact that they've gone to 12, I've called that they're going to go for a back-to-back foul play. So I call the bait, and now they switch out into Bastiodon. So obviously we know they're going to have Medicham in the back. And this is another case where I do believe that Aqua Tail is the way to go, because this XL Bastiodon is not really appreciating these Aqua Tails. You can see Drapion is super spammy. We're already at the 3rd Aqua Tail. We've now got Bastiodon into the red, and we're actually only one fast move away from forcing a shield. However, it's pretty irrelevant because Swampert does really dominate Bastiodon. So I'm going to bring in Swampert and commit to the Mud Shot down. The opponent is going to dump their energy here. This is going to be a resisted Stone Edge. It doesn't do too much. The opponent obviously knows we're trying to farm down, so they now switch out into Sableye. But we've got so much low energy. Hydro Cannon does get the shield. We're already at the 2nd one. Let's see if they're prepared to double shield their Sableye. We know they're going to have a Medicham in the back. They actually let it go through. We get a great bit of lag, and we actually make a catch onto our Golbat. Knowing that they've got Medicham in the back, we shield up the foul play. We commit to the wing attack down. We know we're going to see the Bastiodon come back. However, once again, for the 2nd time in the video, you're going to see me throw a resisted Poison Fang at the Bastiodon. The lower defense does mean we managed to farm it down, which is great for us. There is the Medicham. I was going to build up towards the Shadow Ball, but I've decided there's no real point. I'm going to start debuffing it, and these wing attacks are really going to start chunking. The fact that we've got a shield, we get to yet another Poison Fang. The opponent is going to have to shield this up. It looks like they are trying to get to the back-to-back Ice Punch. However, these wing attacks are completely shredding them. That wing attack you saw go through does mean that they're not going to get the 2nd Ice Punch off. The first one we are going to shield up, and that wing attack does take them out. So in game 2 of the bonus battles, once again, we are getting so much lag. It's super annoying, but even with this triple Shadow team, the snuck fast moves made no difference. You can see that this line of 3 has really great play against triple counter and the annoying Sableye Bastiodon Medicham line. So in this video, you can see that Golbat has so much play against so many top meta threats. Azumeril, all the dark poisons, Nidoqueen, and you even saw it counter a couple of Bastiodons. Well, that's not really true, but either way, the rest of the team does alright against Bastiodon. But if you are looking to reach your goals for Season 9, I highly recommend you give the Shadow Bat or regular Bat a try. You can see it picks up so many key matchups, and it might just be the Pokemon to get you to your goal. So at this stage, I'd like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next